A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a gripping episode of Face the Nation, moderated by Margaret Brennan, the spotlight turned to the escalating situation in Ukraine as Senators Lindsey and Richard Blumenthal discussed their recent European trip and the urgent need for stronger sanctions against Russia. The backdrop of this conversation is the ongoing conflict that has seen a surge in violence and instability in the region, prompting calls for decisive action from U.S. lawmakers. Senator Graham, a Republican from South Carolina, emphasized the critical moment for the United States to act against Russian aggression, stating, "A turning point regarding Russia's invasion of Ukraine is coming." He highlighted the bipartisan support for a new sanctions package aimed at crippling the Russian economy and its ability to fund the war. This package could potentially allow President Trump to impose tariffs of up to 500% on countries that continue to support Russia, specifically targeting nations like China, India, and Brazil that buy oil and other goods from Moscow. Senator Blumenthal, a Democrat from Connecticut, echoed Graham's sentiments, stressing the importance of unity among European allies and the necessity of rigorous sanctions to change Russia's behavior. The two senators have garnered significant support in the Senate, with 85 co-sponsors for their sanctions proposal. The conversation also touched on the humanitarian crisis resulting from the conflict, as millions of Ukrainians continue to flee their homes in search of safety. As the situation unfolds, the Biden administration faces pressure to act decisively, with many advocating for a shift in strategy to support Ukraine more robustly. In a separate segment, Congressman French Hill, chair of the House Financial Services Committee, discussed the potential for seizing frozen Russian assets to benefit Ukraine. Hill noted that while there has been progress in this area, consensus has been challenging to achieve between the U.S. and Europe. He urged the Biden administration to prioritize converting seized assets into a trust account for Ukraine, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. The discussion also ventured into domestic economic issues, particularly the Federal Reserve's monetary policy under Chair Jerome Powell. Hill addressed the president's frustrations with Powell, clarifying that while the president may criticize the Fed, the institution's independence is crucial for sound monetary policy. The conversation concluded with a focus on cryptocurrency regulation, as Hill outlined efforts to bring stability and clarity to the digital asset space. With the crypto market often likened to the Wild West, lawmakers are working to establish a regulatory framework that protects consumers while fostering innovation. As the political landscape evolves, the stakes remain high for both international relations and domestic economic stability. The upcoming weeks will be critical as Congress considers these pressing issues and works towards a cohesive strategy to address the challenges ahead. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.